So showing you how to finish up your monochromatic silhouette collage. Here's a finished example. This is my yellow collage and I use a butterfly silhouette, and you have the option to paint the negative space around the silhouette, either black or white. That keeps within the monochromatic color palette. So you've got your color and then the different variations of the color, and then neutrals such as black or white. That's still a monochromatic color palette. And then the neutral black or white background helps the shape stand out really well. So here's an example of a collage. This is the other one I was working on. So what you're going to do is trim off any extra. So just flip your paper over and see where any of the collage papers are hanging over, and just trim that off. And then you're going to choose your silhouette. So for this one, I'm going to choose a wolf. I want you to choose a silhouette that goes with the color, monochromatic color palette that you chose. So there should be some connection that you can explain if asked between the silhouette that you chose and the color. If you want a silhouette that's not in the ones I provided, you can just let me know and we'll figure out how to do it. So there's about 25 different silhouettes that you can choose from, or we can figure out how to get you a different one. So you're going to take the silhouette and you're going to turn it over, and then you're going to take a black oil pastel, and this may already be done on the silhouette, but you may need to like add some more to make sure it transfers over. We're creating a transfer of the shape of the silhouette by adding this black oil pastel to the back, and you'll see how it works in a second. But basically you just color the back of the paper with the oil pastel. And then you're going to flip it over and position it on top of your collage, however you want it fitting in there. If you're worried that it's your silhouette tracer is going to move around while you're tracing, you could take a piece of tape to hold it in place. But I've got the oil pastel on the back. I've got you need something to trace your outline with. I'm just going to use a pen. It can be a pencil or a pen. A marker won't work that well because it has to be something that's firm. And basically you're just going to trace the outline, pressing down pretty hard because we want to transfer the image using pressure. Take your time and make sure you do a good job tracing it and that you don't miss any spots. And it's probably pretty hard to see on the camera, but you can see a little bit of it right here. When I trace over the shape, it pushes the oil pastel from this paper onto this paper, and you'll have a very faint little outline there that you can see. So I've got my outline here. You can see some of it. Now I'm ready to paint it. So you can choose black or white paint. You need a cup with a little bit of water in it. You need a paintbrush. You want to have a paintbrush that has a pointy end, and it needs to be relatively small, not a super big paintbrush. And then you need a cup of whatever paint you chose. And some kind of paper to protect the table a little bit. So I recommend outlining your shape first. So I'm choosing a white background for my wolf. And I've got to be really careful that I don't mess up. So definitely take your time. Outline the shape. Because if you outline the shape first, you'll be able to be a lot less worried about going over the border when you're painting the rest of it. Because you have the outline there, so you can always see where you need to paint and where you don't want to paint. And the outline also is kind of like a barrier to protect the inside from crazy brush strokes that you might make. So you're going to go all the way around your silhouette and outline it. Go super slow. Take your time. Don't rush. So you can see that now I would outline the whole thing and then paint all of this space white. So I'm going to pause and do that and show you when it's finished.